song starts, we're like, "Are you ready?" And then goes, "Ooh, do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today?" Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a podcast number 259 with Emojii. Everyone say hi to Emojii. I'm joking. That's Magic. Hi, Magic.
What's up?
Magic, say hello to Dashi. Bro, Dashi.
You're oh, there we Magic. Go. I was like, you're glitchy. Hi, Dashi.
Okay, very good, very good. It has been a well, for me, it's been a little over a week, about 8 days since I have departed. But you had departed on Wednesday? Tuesday. How were the last few days that I was not there? The Chavez free days. Was it less fun? Was it you had a hole?
Yeah, there was a little hole, a void with you not being there. I missed the night convos and all that. We had a lot of fun playing games, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, it was good. We had one more day of the conference. We went to a water park on a Saturday night. That was cool.
Oh, and nice.
And then we had Max's birthday on Monday.
Oh yeah,
and that was a great day. You definitely went to Epcot on the better day though. I'm not because it was my birthday, but it was way more crowded.
I also saw
because the food and wine festival had started, so it was like nuts. We went on one ride.
Yeah. Damn. I saw people. I don't know if it was one of the days that we were there, but I saw videos for Epcot where it was like flooded, and people were like, "Was that the day that we were in the?" Oh, were you in the Mexican place with us?
Where?
Were you in the Mexican place with us? Where we had? No,
are you talking about at Disney Springs?
Yes.
So you guys were there, and we were at the movie event, and in the theater, I could hear all the thunder. It was crazy. But by the time we got out, the storm had passed. That Monday, I think it rained like 3 times, one of which we were outside and we had just gotten some food and stuff, and it started sprinkling, and I was like, that's a dark cloud, guys. I think we should get inside. So we ran to France, and we were just in a building hanging out, and it poured for like 10-15 minutes. So we just stayed until it passed. Yeah, Florida weather's wild. It's like this is not like that in California.
It's like sideways lightning, and it's just like, ooh, that's really.
Yeah, well,
really
generally we just don't get rain in California in the summer, like at all. I actually had a little bit driving home Tuesday morning, a couple of pockets of sprinkles, and I was like, did I bring the Florida weather home? Because that's not normal.
The Florida, so that is where so you had an announcement on Spaces the other day. When did that announcement, and congrats by that, by the way, on getting the is the official title events coordinator, or
correct?
Can you make it like whatever you want? Be like, call me chief events coordinator, or KEC for short.
No, I don't think I want to push my luck there.
Make business cards. I'm the
There
chief.
is only one events coordinator, so I guess you could say that's what I am.
Supreme events coordinator. The Grand Supreme events coordinator. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so much fun. To make a shirt. When that was, if you can, and you don't have to, but the hiring process for someone that wants to work for VeVe, what is that like?
Well, yeah, I'd applied. I think this was maybe my 5th time applying for something. So yeah, I just went to the found the posting online and submitted my resume, and then you get told that it was received, and then typically somebody reaches out to you. It depends also on the position. If there's a ton of positions and you just off the bat are not maybe what they're looking for, then you may not hear anything back. But twice I got an email looking for like an intro interview, just sort of kind of like basic questions. And then from there, I was told whether or not I would have like a follow-up interview. and then you kind of hear the yay or nay.
You did it very
in those cases,
professionally.
in those cases, it was an A, but here we are now.
It was very professional with your resume. When I applied to be the community manager, I just typed the words, "You know who I am," and
Wow.
so that might have been why. What's up, Emojii?
Yo, what's good? How's it going? How's it going?
We're doing well. We're hanging out. We're talking about the hiring process of VeVe, and in case anyone here wants to apply one day.
Okay.
And
yeah, definitely keep an eye out on the website, because it's kind of constantly, getting updated. I actually didn't even know about this posting. Max called me up and he had seen it, and he's like, "You need to apply for this immediately." And I was like, "I don't know." And he's like, "No, like, I'm not taking no for an answer. You need to apply for this. Like, this is the role for you." And I was like, "Okay." And yeah, it went really well.
There's one job opening, and it is for head of growth marketing right now. It is remote, and it is full time. So if anyone wants to go apply, they go to VeVe.bamboo. Oh God, VeVe.bamboohr.com/blah blah blah. Anyway, I disregard. Emojii, how did you enjoy that photo I sent? I saw you laughed, reacted.
I did. Are you okay?
I'm better now.
Okay.
I told Magic I had a toilet emergency.
Yeah,
and,
I heard. You survived.
I sent.
Well, you're here.
I'm glad you didn't send me a picture. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe next time. Maybe next time.
Oh, good.
Oh, shout out Kuma in the chat. What's good, Kuma?
Yeah, Kuma be getting this bread. Talking about that Vegeta. Chef's kiss.
Yo, that ultra ego Vegeta. Oh, I mean, I know we're gonna get into it later, but we're gonna talk fandom, right? So like Dragon Ball discussions, all anime. I got Magic out here watching Demon Slayer today. She's been on a binge.
Oh,
like we have a lot to talk about.
We do. So I've spent a little more time than I would like to admit on like K-pop Demon Hunters TikTok now, and like everything is like a cover, everything is like a reaction, everything is like fanfic. Bro, the fanfic world is wild. So there's, and we'll get into that later.
Did you see the covers? They have like people covering the songs as like Donald Duck and Stitch.
Oh,
I sent those to you as well, Magic.
Yet.
Yes, there's a lot.
Okay, when I get to covers like that, I usually like to see like Cartman and Plankton and like all these other ones doing the covers, and those are great.
Oh, they have a Squidward.
I've never seen a Squidward cover.
They have a Squidward cover of K-pop Demon Hunters. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys see why I wanted Janie to be here today?
I've been on a binge. Just been crazy.
Can we give her the link?
She can't join. She's out and busy right now. But I actually was like, she would have been perfect for this, because the three of you have your own little romance going on with these films and movie quotes and all that. I'm like, Janie's a better person to be here for this than me.
But Magic, you've seen K-pop Demon Hunters more than I have. Just saying.
I don't know about that.
I think so.
Janie, so me and Janie text now, and the first thing she texted me, give me one sec, I'll find it. My God, where is it? Maybe I won't find it. Okay, here we go. First thing she texted me, "Hey, my soul brother, it's Janie. Question: what does Rory attempt to bring back to Lorelai when she is having her 3-month anniversary with Dean?" And I was like, "Oh, this is exactly what I signed up for." For those of you that do not know, me and Janie were going back and forth with Gilmore Girls trivia all week when we were at
nauseam
for Magic's birthday, and she's just like, "Oh."
It was brutal. It was brutal. And Janie lived for it, and I'm like, "You're losing best friend points right now."
I was saying to you not too long ago that I'm amazed by your ability to just retain quotes.
Yeah,
like that's very impressive, because I can't remember a quote to save my life. But you pulled them out of like thin air.
So we're around the same age. Emojii, did you have like friends when you were 7?
Sounds crazy.
Well, I
yes.
have a reason for asking that.
Did you have
But I have a reason. So, like, answer the question. Then I'll say my reason.
Yes, I had friends.
Okay. So I had the I was kind of like at home alone a lot. So I did nothing but like rewatch like Pokemon and Fairly Odd Parents and Dragon Ball Z and Hey Arnold. So like in like my formative years, that's just I watch the same stuff over and over. So that's why I'm. But if you're someone that has good memories of that time of life, maybe you kind of saw Hey Arnold, but you saw it once, and maybe that's why you don't remember the quotes.
You know what? I can relate to you on that because certain things, namely Dragon Ball, I've seen over and over and over and over again, like in multiple languages too. Like it's to the point where I can watch it in a language I don't understand, but I know everything that's happening because I've.
Why do you do that?
Why have I watched it so many times?
No, in other languages.
Oh, so like not purposefully. Like okay, I'll give you an example. One time I was in Barbados. And they had it on the network television, but it was only in Spanish. But I was like, I want to watch Dragon Ball Z, so I just watched it. But I get you on that because that show I have watched multiple times.
There's Magic, do you speak any other languages or like dabble in any other languages?
I understand better than I can speak Spanish. I can understand like the gist of a conversation, and I have enough that I could get by with like very minimal things if I needed to. My first word was actually in Spanish. But yeah, unfortunately I loved it. I did 4 years in high school, and I should have minored in college. I kicked myself for not doing that because I really love it, and I wish I had retained it, but just a little bit.
When
you speak Spanish better than I do.
Yeah, I don't speak really at all. I could maybe get by maybe in like Spain because I feel like they speak slower than in Mexico. I was in Mexico for Wendy's birthday a few years ago, and I couldn't understand a thing. I was hectic.
Yeah, it's interesting where it depends on for my understanding certain parts of different countries or countries in general. Like I always tell Janie, her Spanish is so easy for me to understand. She speaks Costa Rican Spanish, and for whatever reason, I find she speaks a little bit slower and more enunciated, and so it's very easy for me to follow when she speaks Spanish. And the same was true with her mom. Like her mom picked us up from the airport, and they were, would have little conversations in the car, and I would know what they were saying.
The reason why I could like piggyback on Emoji's thing is when I was 19, I started dating this girl named Natasha, just a Russian/Ukraine chick, and she taught me Russian, and then we broke up for a little while, and then in December of 2013 we got back together, and at that time Frozen was like the big thing that so I learned Let It Go or Opusti Izabud in Russian because it was like
that is a fun fact.
You should do that for karaoke. You should like sing Frozen, but then just bust it out in Russian, like it's surprise.
So I can do I think 3 or 4 songs in Russian. One of which is Opusti Izabud, like Let It Go. Another is Yasa Shlasuma, which is all the things she said from Tattoo. Another one is Nas Ne Dogonyat, or Not Gonna Get Us from Tattoo. And then so they're mostly like Tattoo songs. But yeah, so what next time we're in karaoke, I'll see it. But I don't think they have it in Russian. I think they have it. Well, I could sing it in Russian, but that's fine.
Yeah, because it'll just have the lyrics up. You just ignore the lyrics and you start singing in Russian.
Could do
that's
that.
Funny.
But yeah, it's a cool party trick. So I think that's what we should all do for Comic-Con is we should all learn a song that's in another language and then belt it out.
I could sing in random accents.
I saw you brought out your white voice for Blink-182. That was very impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was like, oh my God, that's so good. I forget the name of that movie, but it's a bunch of these like black dudes that get into sales, and they're like, bro, you just got to break out your white voice. Hey, everyone, I'm Trent. And they go in and their sales numbers goes through the roof because everyone thinks they're white. And it was like, oh, such a good tactic.
I could see that being a thing. I could see that being a thing. Yo, but yeah, like that. And then, I could bring out my inner Irish. I can, I was singing in spaces one time with a Ghanaian accent, and someone from Ghana said, I sounded like I actually, lived there. Like, yeah, I'm,
Hey, how did you convince him to get on a stream with you without the emoji cover up?
What do you mean? Oh, you talking about the stream we did the other? Because I didn't have access to my avatar. It was broken.
I'm so surprised you went on a live stream as your
non-yellow
Gregory. Self.
That was Gregory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Gregory.
It was also like, again, just about the fandom, about the stuff. Like, I think he was just excited. Like, it was in the heat of the moment.
We were getting ready for you to watch K-pop Demon Hunters for the first time. Like, do you understand the level of like excitement I felt?
I do now, because I've seen it, and why you didn't record it is like beyond me. Because like, so right? I want to get into that. What was I like going into it, and then what was I like? Because I think we watched the first like 20 minutes of it.
Yes. No. We were supposed to watch the first 15 minutes of it, and then you stopped, and you didn't, and you watched like half the movie, and we were like, you're supposed to stop here.
Yeah. And it was funny because you sat there like you were fascinating to watch a film, because you were just sitting there and like you're this far away from the computer and you're just like staring at the screen, and I'm kind of like,
you were locked in.
Does he like it? Does he not like it? And then you're starting to do some of this, and I'm
after
like,
okay.
First
song, he was like, "This bop, Started singing the song, didn't even know the lyrics, just was singing along, like, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. I thought that was like the hook, because they're on the plane, and I was like, whenever they mentioned something, like, they smacked me in the face with it, because I didn't recognize that the demon was pouring coffee into the flour until they mentioned it, and I was like, oh shit, really? And then there was like, I was like, okay, and it was just like the coolest, like the sickest entrance ever, and I was like, this fucks hard. And then I thought, like, okay, that's the performance thing. And we go, but then the next scene is like golden. And I was like, oh my God, banger. I felt the same way that I did when watching Dark Knight, where I was like, oh my God, it's scene after scene after scene of just action. And I was like, give me a minute to breathe. This is so good. And I was just like, oh my God. Like, I immediately knew, like, because I've heard that song before on TikTok, and I was like, okay,
it doesn't hit until you connect it with the film, though. Because he was, when it first came out, he was playing it on the like whole soundtrack on our spaces, and we're just like, can we move on to the next thing? Like, are we good? Because like it doesn't hit, but when you watch it with the movie, you're like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. And it's funny because I think a lot of people have that rate. And this is actually a very interesting case study on the L's of Sony. So like it's interesting because going into this, you had the same kind of mentality that I did, right? Like when I was just like, oh, I hear a lot of hype about it. It's cool. I guess I'll check it out just to, what's going on, what's trending. And you jump into the movie, and it's funny you mentioned The Dark Knight, because I got the feelings of Frozen when I saw Frozen for the first time. And it was very much like that, where I was hearing song after, and mind you, this is the time of Disney where they were coming back to, that whole musical era, because there was a gap between, the 90s musicals to until Tangled hit. And, you had Frozen, and you had like, this song is catchy. This song is catchy. This song is catchy. And you're watching, you're like, am I reliving my childhood right now? And I got that same feeling. Yeah. And I got the same feeling when I was watching K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm like, this song is a bop. And then the next one, I'm like, this song is a bop. And like, you're just carried through this movie, and and it's just like an experience. It's like a concert experience. But it's crazy because it's something you have to, you know, see for yourself and feel it. And I think going in, you kind of like expect whatever, but then coming out, like you're like, I just witnessed, you know, a movie that's going to go viral, or, you know, something that's going to go viral. And it has.
Yeah. I think part of the reason I really liked Frozen, I like it. Well, I don't like it. It's I relate and sympathize a lot with younger people having to live in households where they can't be themselves, and the like that the Let It Go song of just like, don't let them in, don't let them see, be the good girl you have to be. Obviously, exchange that for boy, but because if you do anything outside of the norms of societal dictates, and it's like, okay, you're this weird person, and then it's like, oh, I love that, and then it's like, I don't know, like I know for it's a little more like kind of woman power for Let It Go for most people, but just for me, that whole just finding the limits, that breakthrough, it was like, oh yeah, like now that when you're on your own, it's like, hey, there's no one holding you back, it's all you now. And I feel like I kind of got some of that essence with that one line of I was a wild child, but now that's what I get paid to do. And it's like, I was told for years to just act normal, and now like a small amount of my success is because I'm, you know, a little derpy. What about you, Magic? What did you relate K-pop Demon Hunters to? Did you relate to anything?
I feel like it has, a little bit of the Frozen feel of, you know, the main character having to hide who she really is, and that somehow makes her less than, and like the shame that she feels over something she can't control. And so having to learn how to get comfortable in her own skin, and literally, and like kind of break the stigma. So I feel like she had that kind of a same vibe as Elsa. I think that's probably one of my biggest takeaways. I don't like the ending though.
We'll get into that in a second. I just want to piggyback on your on that thing. It's what I surprised took them so long, which Pirates of the Caribbean did this really well, where Johnny Depp's going to Will Turner, is just like, a new bootstrap, good man, good pirate. And Will's like, my father was not a pirate. And then he says, you could either accept the fact that your father was both a pirate and a good man, or you can't. And I feel like
you've been practicing that Johnny Depp accent.
So not recently, but again, when I was like 11 when it came out,
it's good. It's good.
like again, like now, like, that's what I did. I would just yeah. Anyway, they kind of like, there was this. They had like a couple scenes about it in K-pop Demon Hunters where, hey, like your friend, yeah, she has the demon markers, but she's still the same person. Like you should be able to accept that. Hey, you can maybe like entertain the possibility that you can be a demon and still be a good person. But instead, she's like raising her weapon, and I was like, oh my god, you like bled with this girl, and now you're like, oh my god. So that was a little hard to watch. So why didn't you like the ending?
Because I wanted a happy ending. I didn't like that he sacrificed himself.
Remember, this is magic. Disney mishappy.
Yeah, and there's two and 3
I want them to be together
out.
and be a little demon couple.
I think they can be.
What was their couple name? Was it Rumgino or Jerumi? I know they gave him a couple name.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ship names.
Yeah.
There's a bunch.
So what do you? Emojii and I have already reviewed this on our show. What would you give this out of 10?
I don't know how much this should be weighed because I didn't see any marketing for it And so I think.
Oh, sorry, Jason.
We have to actually talk about that too. We have to talk about that.
Spoilers everywhere. I'm so sorry.
Jason, snap!
I'll get you a.
We've already reviewed the whole movie like weeks ago. Come on,
Jason.
guys.
This is like. Also, if you haven't seen this, on TikTok for like the past month, telling you to watch like this, your own fault now. But you're right. I'm sorry. I owe you a drink in New York. If there's the fact that they didn't promote this and it just caught fire on its own, like that's a testament to how good it is, because there are some things that they market like Barbie. They marketed the shit out of that movie, and it was entertaining. Like I was like, all right, I'm glad I watched it. They had, I'm Just Ken, that was good. They had a couple other things.
They had Barbenheimer. They had the whole thing where they marketed with Oppenheimer.
They did.
So it's like,
so it made sense that was a hit because they pumped so much marketing into it. There was none, and Netflix has that issue with that because they spend their marketing on like Squid Games and Stranger Things and the stuff they already have. There's a lot of good stuff out there that doesn't get the marketing, but the fact that this still became like the hit movie of the summer, better than Fantastic Four, better than Superman, better than Jurassic Park, and it's from this. I'm very curious on what team did this. I know it's at Sony, but did they sell that? So I would give it a 9 point something out of 10.
Ooh.
Okay.
Emojii doesn't allow half points.
I was gonna say like 9.2. I wouldn't say like 9.5 is a lot.
So we'd have to put you down to a 9 then.
Okay. That's good. That's good.
I like half points.
I like
points.
But if something's like 92% good or 90, like how do you?
That's a huge difference between.
You got to round. 9.5 is up, and then 9 and less is 9. Like you just round.
But that gives away a lot of like the details and a lot of like the nitpicking and a lot of like the hey.
But we have a whole review where we talk about it.
I think we should redo the point system.
This is crazy.
I agree. Sleeping, can I show the picture?
Can I?
Let me know if I could show the picture. I don't think it would be. I think I can. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's this like in this scene at the top of the tower. So that is a real building over in Korea, and he had proposed to his wife at the top of the tower.
That's what's up. Congrats. I know I wasn't.
And
there
then he
for it,
didn't
but
sacrifice
belated
himself, so that's good.
That is the mark of a hero. I love that stuff.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I piggyback on the L of Sony for this?
Oh yes.
Yeah. You want to go into that?
Yeah. Because I want to go into that too.
Yeah. So you're 100% right. The marketing for this movie was horrible, right? And basically, what had happened was Sony didn't feel that it was going to be like successful. Like they didn't feel it was a hit. They didn't bring it to theaters. They were too busy working on Craven, and they were they were like, all right, we'll just give this to Netflix. But yeah, I believe they gave away all the rights and everything to it.
Oh.
Right. So
Ouch.
yeah. And now Netflix is making a killing. This is not only talked about as far as Academy Awards, right? This is crossed over into music, right? It's charting on Billboard, it's charting on Spotify, it's charting on Apple Music, right? It's gonna be, I think it's nominated for the VMAs. Like the bands are being played on top radio stations, iHeart radio stations. I'm hearing Golden on iHeart. So it's crazy because I don't think we've ever even had film like this, right? Like you've had songs that became hits, and maybe they had artist versions, right, that hit the radio. I'll give an example. Let It Go. When Let It Go came out, they had the artist version of Demi Lovato that was played on the radio, right? But that wasn't the Idina Menzel version. That was a version specifically made by Sleepy. It's a crazy L, bro. It's a crazy L. But that was, a version made by, the label. This is at its core, these, voice actors and voice actresses, putting together this music. The music itself is standing on its own. And now you're talking about awards across the board, Academy Awards, you know, Grammys, like it's crazy. It's crazy. And Sony, this is a frustration when it comes to, you know, movies and, you know, movie studios, is not understanding their audience. You know, and Sony has kind of like had this for a minute with the movies that they've been doing with the Spider-Man movies, right? You know, Madam Web, Craven, Morbius. You know, those got crazy. Imagine if K-pop Demon Hunters got the push that Madam Web got. Like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much difference it would have made, because it still became, it would have become a hit like earlier.
Yeah.
But like it's very close to that point of awesome, where if it's like any more awesome, it'll be less awesome. Like it'll be like over, like stuff's played on the radio, overplayed. I don't know. Like when I see people doing it in different octaves and doing it in like you have your normal covers, and then you have like metal covers, and then you have like
Donald Duck.
Yeah, Donald Duck. You have like the piano tutorials and the violin, and it's like, oh god, it's so freaking beautiful.
Well, the songs are quality songs, and that's the thing. Like I think YG had a hand in this. Like a lot of these songs are songs that, you know, would have gotten pitched to Blackpink if it wasn't 100%. You know, on this song. So on this thing. So they were already like well-crafted songs that could have stood on their own even outside of this movie. Yeah. Which, you know, I think helped too.
And the Sony, like I don't know how you can watch this movie and not think that this wouldn't do at least well. Like in theaters, this would have done really well, because again, you have the anime thing. Everyone's into anime now. They're girls, but they don't like kill you over the top with like, yeah, girl movie, girl power. Salute, senorita.
Thank you.
They went in and they're just like, I remember 10, 11 years ago when Legend of Korra came out, and there was a hypothesis of, hey, do you like her because she's a girl? And they would ask like the little boys and girls that like, you know, why do you like Korra? And granted, like she's no Aang, so you had a heavily bias of like trying to fill the Avatar's shoes with this new character, and they're like, well, I don't care that she's a girl, she's just an awesome character. And they made 3 pretty awesome characters. They gave them depth, they gave them, and it wasn't about like the girl power thing. It was, and again, they had a love subplot line. It wasn't the main part of the movie. It was like a side quest, and it's a side quest that you were interested in, something that you wanted it to work out, and the end doesn't wrap it up in a neat bow. It's like a Captain America Civil War. At the end, it's like, hey, stuff is still like, yes, the overall mission happened, but there's stuff that's still fractured, and what's next, and now we want more. So Sony, I don't know how they could watch this movie and not think it wouldn't do great.
I think it's a disconnect. I think it's probably, you know, some of the same stuff that WB was suffering too, although I know Superman is, you know, kind of like helping them to pick, you know, some steam back. But I think that it's, you know, it's a lack of connection as far as what you know, people are wanting or what's trending. Because I watched the movie and I knew from just watching, I'm like, this is a hit. This is going to go viral. And I watched it pretty early. Like I only had a few people recommend it to me, namely John. But I had a few people recommend, but it wasn't at this level, right? When I first watched it. But when I watched
it wasn't everywhere.
Like, yeah, exactly. And actually Magic, same thing. Like I was like, when I told you to watch it, I was like, watch this because this is going to be a hit. Like I can already tell. And off first watch, I was like, yeah, no, this is like, what is Sony doing? But here's another thing that I thought about though, and Randy and Magic, you guys can chime in on your thoughts, because Randy, you asked about as far as bringing it to theaters, and that was my first reaction too. I was like, why wasn't this in theaters, right? Like this would have done box office sales. But also, I wonder if it not being in theaters kind of helped it too, because I can say for me, I was more likely to give it a chance and just watch it because it was on Netflix. It was easy to just boot up and check out than it was for me to be like, all right, let me, pay for a movie ticket. Let me go to the movies and watch it. And I feel like maybe a bit of the virality was because it was so accessible and because it wasn't in theaters. Yeah. But I mean, what do you guys think?
Magic, you take that first.
Yeah, I think sometimes things can hit better when they're more natural and organic rather than like shoved down somebody's throat. And for me, like sometimes when they overhype and overmarket something, unless I hear just nonstop rave reviews, I'm like, I don't know. It's a bit of a turnoff for me. Like I didn't watch Barbie. I think I watched Barbie on a plane or something. And I just didn't really like have the interest because I just was sort of turned off to it. And I watched it and I was glad that I didn't, because like it was a good movie, don't get me wrong, but it didn't, I just thought it was overhyped. And so sometimes I feel like, the narrative is pushed out so hard that this is a spectacular film, and then it's not until you get plenty of people to go to the theater and give, the actual reactions and reviews of it. So I just like the experience more too of something that just sort of is groundbreaking on its own and gains traction and popularity just really naturally. I think it's a really cool phenomenon. I mean, that's also how we see kind of like life now in general too, right? Is virality, like just some random thing that happens to somebody on a day that gets caught on camera can blow up, and you can find like the wildest talent, as opposed to, people, talent agencies and all these shows and stuff. Like there's just, I don't know. I really like when something's very natural and gets a lot of acclaim for being a good product.
Awesome. I like that too. There's some of my, I've only seen like 2 videos like this. One of them was recent. It's this a bigger black guy, and the caption on the TikTok is like, do I have the talents to get my family out of the hood? And it's about to be like the cover of Golden, and as it starts, he's just like, that was a ghost, and then he leaves the room, and it was viral because like you're expecting him to just do this like deep bellow of like a thing, and then it's complete opposite, and it had like 600,000 likes and it had a couple million views. I was like, that was awesome. That was great. I agree with Kuma. I didn't see Superman or Jurassic Park, and I really wanted to see those movies. I've just been busy, and I just
Superman.
Getting to the theaters is like, it's not always easy just because stuff going on in life.
Yeah, and I like, so after and again, like you guys can attest, I was thoroughly enthralled with this movie, and I didn't finish it until 2 days ago. Like I was watching like clips of like 10-15 minutes at a time, and it's not because I didn't like it, it's not because it was boring. I just had so much other stuff to do. So yeah, I unfortunately would not have seen it in theaters. So I'm glad it was on Netflix, so I could enjoy it, and then kind of rewatch a couple scenes and rewatch whatever.
Do you remember the quote?
I don't. I wanted to watch. I wanted to get that quote before this, and I just didn't have time. I had a meeting like up until like 8 minutes before this, and I probably could have tried to find it. It was about hate, and it was maybe we could Google it. Do you remember it, Emojii?
I think it was something like, if I could kill or destroy this person with hate, then I would have, a long time ago. Yeah, but I do want to say something real quick. Randy, how many people we got in the chat? Like
119.
119. Okay, so myself and Magic, or Magic and myself, representing Toontown to Tokyo. We're bringing something to your channel, bro.
We bring,
and also too, courtesy of VeVe Digital Collectibles, we're bringing a giveaway.
Giveaway? What type of giveaway? Is it a comic? Is it a collectible?
Random VeVe Digital Collectible. Random VeVe Digital Collectible. Yeah. But I mean, as you know, as you've seen the timeline, they've been dropping some heat lately. So
speaking of, did you happen to get your win yet, Randy, from Karaoke Night?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Let
it
me
should
check.
be probably. It should be this week.
Because I know we don't get the notification for it if it's a comic. So let me see if it is a.
It should be. It should be a Disney collectible.
Okay. Not a. I'm trying to figure out when I bought Space Ghost, but okay, that's cool. I'll take that. I did not get it yet, so I am lying in wait for that. I will.
Yeah, it'll probably be this week.
Okay, I think Wednesdays they go out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I got it. Yeah, it'll be then because I didn't get the names over to them until Wednesday, so I missed the window for last week.
It's all good.
But yeah, keep an eye out for that. So you guys have to also keep an eye out because Max has started putting together. He hasn't posted anything yet, but he started putting together some clips from karaoke. So good.
I do not consent to any of that going out.
No. He actually said he's probably just going to do stuff of us because he made 2 of me because he's like, I don't want to have to, put people on the spot or whatever. But he did my charades. The Oompa Loompa, man.
Oh yeah, they'll get it. Yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I couldn't. So I was like locked in, like trying to get it, but my other senses were working, and I don't know why, but everything I said, Magic was just laughing, and I don't know why. Like I was trying to play a game, and Magic just had a case of the giggles. Like someone punched her in the giggle boob, I
did. The video when he first started and the mic got stuck to his magnet, and Janie and I just died. That's the other clip he did. And to watch the 2 of us equally just be in stitches, and everyone gave it a chuckle and moved on. And we went on for like 15 seconds. Wait, no, longer than that. Just dying. And Tammy's like in the middle of us, like.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's too good. It's just too good.
That's one of the things that I even like funny videos, I make a point, and I don't consciously do this, but I was like, oh, that made me actually laugh out loud. It didn't make me just breathe through my nose. It made me laugh. And on this trip, I'd probably laughed more than I had in probably months. We just had that that I don't know, we had that vibe. We had it going.
That's why I like that's what you're gonna get anytime you're hanging out with me, Max, and Janie, is we just laugh a lot and we have a lot of fun. That's why I'm always like, I don't want to go home. Like I'm having so much fun. And I felt like we just all together as a big group had just really, really great energy, and just, I don't like to like get up in front of people and have like, even though it wasn't like a huge group or anything, but to like have an audience, I'm shy, and it was a very safe space where it's like, let me act like an idiot. No one's gonna judge me. We're just having a good time, and I think everybody really had that spirit and energy, and we were all just having a good time together and laughing with each other. So yeah, it was awesome.
There was one time in particular that I thoroughly enjoyed that had I mean there was a bunch of them, and it's hard to kind of see which one, but there was one that I didn't share it. I mean, I had requoted it, but I didn't share it.
I love this game. And hold up the ears.
Oh God.
Like that? Yeah. I love this game.
Did you? Oh, you didn't bark afterwards. I don't know why because sometimes I bark, and I thought you did that, but either way, still love that.
No, I don't know that I've heard the bark, but yeah, Max knows to like when something really funny happens and I'm laughing at myself and just think it's hilarious. Like he's got to get me right then and there. Like, can I post it? Can I post it? Because if he asks me like, and even an hour later, I'm like, no. And I was like, fine, go ahead and post it. I don't care. I laugh at myself more than anybody else does, so it's good. But that was really funny.
Reminds me of that Vegeta quote when he's talking to Kakarot and he just says like, just like a photographer, you have to know when the right moment is to strike, and then he knees him in the gut. Moji, you remember that?
That was Majin Vegeta, right? When they were fighting.
No, this was like on Earth. Like this was in Saiyan Saga. Vegeta, yeah, I think he had his eye. Like...
I believe that was probably Ocean Dub, right?
Oh, was it?
It had to. I believe so.
Oh,
I don't remember that in the fun. I don't. Yeah, I think that might have been Ocean Dub.
Oh, all right. I fudged up then. Okay. Yeah.
You should watch one of those videos that I sent you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. For everyone, like, or just me?
It's fine.
Okay, we'll see. Oh shit! My God.
It's just me and Janie dying.
So the person which is going to be you, yes. Well, whichever team shuts it out first is the team that will win that point. Perfect. I thought I was we got 7-7. Okay, so then you will be the everybody person. Okay? So you automatically wins. Yeah.
I just love it. Like everybody's moved on, and Janie and I are just still going. Like, obviously, it's like a had to have been there thing, and if you post it online, it might people get a bigger kick out of it. But yeah, that's just Janie and I. We just laugh about the most ridiculous stuff. And Max, when he sent the video, he's like, "I still don't really get what it was with you guys. I can't explain it. It was just really funny."
It happened.
But that's what it was like. That
Just
was
one
what
of
it
those
was like all
moments.
night with us.
Yeah.
We just all had a lot of fun and a lot of laughs, and like Max did so good with those games. Like that's something different, you know, like just from normal karaoke. I thought having the taboo and charades added in was really fun.
That was a lot. That was a lot of good. I enjoyed that as well. It was really close. I think we won by 1, our side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a very close game. Very close game. And fun.
Yeah. All right. Emojii, when did you get back to where you reside at?
I went back. What was it? When was karaoke? Karaoke was.
You went back Saturday, didn't you?
Friday. I went back Saturday. Karaoke was Friday.
I think you all went back Saturday.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I remember, I don't know what I did Saturday. I've been on a pretty strict diet since Sunday though. And people keep, I feel like people know because people just like, I like TikTok knows because I'm getting all these like recipes and it's like food talk. I was like, oh, I don't know. Because I drank a lot that week and it was not kind to my body. How have you guys been on recovery days since then? Drinking a lot of water, I hope.
I didn't really drink that much.
I was so dehydrated. I think from like all the walking, standing, the heat that I'm not used to. It was really hot. I mean, like to the point where you could push your thumb in my skin and it would leave an indentation. I was my legs were swollen, and then I had to sit on a plane for 5 hours. So I got back and did a lot of my liquid IVs. And, and really got my feet up. The morning I had to get up at like 3 a.m. on Tuesday, fly, get back, drive home another hour and a half. I took like a half an hour nap before picking up my kids, and then I was still so tired. I think I slept for like another 3 hours after that, and then I slept the entire night. Like I was exhausted. But yeah, it took a couple of days to get back to normal with the dehydration. It's no joke out there sweating that much and just being on your feet, and yeah, but it's all good now, back to normal.
Those liquid IVs saved me, and it was funny because Janie, I almost kind of like I was like, because Janie asked, like, do you need one? I was like, hey, man, I'm good. I don't need. I'm good. I'm cool. I'm cool. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? I don't want to like collapse in Disney World, so maybe I should take one of these. But yeah, Florida heat is different. Florida heat is definitely different. But yeah, it was fun.
You had a couple liquid IVs too, didn't you, Randy?
I did not.
Ooh.
I remember on the day when we're doing like drink around the world, I was like, okay, I'm hot, so if I get frozen margaritas, it'll actually benefit and help me. And I just kept drinking and just and it was, then we had to try to walk and find the restaurant, and we went to the same bus like 3 different times because the bus drivers were like lying to us, like we don't go there, and like we have to go to
They
this
all
place.
had different stories.
I don't think they knew where they were going. I think they was just driving around in circles. I told you my bus was just driving around in circles. You're like, are you there yet? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where this guy's taking me.
And thankfully, I guess Max had it on his phone where we were supposed to go. And we were like following, like I was just following him on like a hope and a prayer that like we get somewhere with shade. I got so brown, and then we get there, and I'm tired, my legs hurt, and as soon as the waitress gets over, I was like, 2 Long Islands, please. And
did you order 2 at once?
I did, and she looked at me like, you degenerate, and I was like, yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit it right now. And then we watched you open Labubu. Yeah,
it's like Disney's version. It was a
Stitch Boo Boo.
Oh yeah, the Stitch one.
Stitch Boo Boo.
Yeah. These are my Disney Labubu ones.
Oh, that's so cute.
How cute is he?
Can you put like the toe beans in view? I want to see the toe beans.
Oh, the toe beans.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta see where it doesn't do the. There we go. It's kind of hard to see. Why is it giving me so much blur? It's cute.
That is cute.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's better down lower, I guess. There.
Yeah, I felt bad because I had met Steph's girlfriend like 2 days before when I was with her family, but we didn't like interact much, and then like her first like real impression of me is drinking 2 Long Islands and being like, if I was an alien, how would you describe, like, and thinking about it now, I was like, oh man, that was not a good person.
I mean, to be fair, you probably would ask that question even if you didn't drink the Long Island.
Yeah, it's kind of on brand. Like that's Randy.
Maybe that's true.
We've also been like raving about the dinner. What'd you think of your dinner?
I liked it. It was a little small portion. It was like, so I got the catch of the day. I think it was salmon, and
yeah, I think
it was good, but it was like 4 ounces, and then like people started making fun of me. They're like, "Oh, Randy, did you taste your meal?" Because I ate it like really quickly, and I was like,
"You inhaled it."
Like this wasn't like a 12-ounce thing, and it, I mean, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was fun. I ate and drank a lot though, so I didn't have. I don't think I had dessert, because I had the, what was that Dutch French crepe thing with like chocolate sauce on it? Oh God, that was amazing. The crepe, I think.
Oh yeah. You had that in France.
Oh, that was so good. That was. Oh, I want that. I want to go back just for that.
Oh man, I wish you had gotten to experience Food and Wine Festival though, because I
don't like wine.
Huh?
I don't like wine.
No, you can just order food. Like they just call it that, but you go to each country and there's different booths and you can order what you want. So like, one place we got paella, another place I got a lobster roll, and their dishes, like they did it so good this year because the dishes are actually still a good serving. I only got like 3 things because I was full, but you're paying like $8. Whereas if you were to go like sit down at the restaurant and order the same thing, it would be like at least 15, if not more. Yeah, so they did it. And we just like all shared with each other. We had this one thing that was like rice and sort of this chicken had a little bit too much of a kick for me, but it was good flavor with like tzatziki and like pita bread. That was one of my favorites, even though it was spicy. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
My mouth is literally watering because I've been on this diet. And
yeah, I'm
now
low key kind of getting.
Oh my god, I'm so
low-key
sorry.
kinda
I
getting
forgot.
it's okay.
I'm sorry. But my point being was, I feel like amusement parks get a bad rap for just like crap food. And would you say your experience was the food's pretty?
Yeah, food was great. The one thing I didn't do, I don't think we really had time for anyway. It was I don't know who they are, but they're these like big plus size women that rate all of the restaurants at Disney and Disney Springs, and like I wanted to like they know food, and I wanted to like follow their like Zagat or like whatever like they had made, and I just didn't have time. So I do want to do that, and like I feel like that. You ever see Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island?
I have seen that movie.
If I did, it's been years and years and years.
Anyway, one of the greatest Scooby-Doo movies ever made.
It was.
And Scooby and Shaggy are like customs agents, and they get all the food that people try to like contraband people try to bring in. And he says like, "Oh, we've traveled the world on our stomachs." And I feel like I've done that on Long Island and a little bit in Ohio, but I like to go places specifically for the food. And it is the ultimate fat boy, and I love it.
It's not a bad reason to travel. It's not a bad reason to explore. Also, that movie also had a banging soundtrack. I remember it's terror time again.
Got you running through the night. Oh God, yeah. So Magic, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Magic, you gotta watch it so you can sing with us.
Should I see myself out so you can carry on?
Emojii, how I feel like we just became friends like super right away on just like the like clicked.
Aren't you calling each other like soulmates or something?
He says soulmate, I say bae, but he doesn't like bae.
He doesn't like bae.
You know what like when it comes to fandom, right, and that's one of the biggest things that I like appreciate about even like with this space and whatnot. You can connect, like if you have a passion for something, your love for something, like you connect through fandoms, you connect through things that you love. And I always say anytime like I meet someone and it's like, oh, you like this, I like this, like it's an instant conversation, right? Instant bonds. So yeah, bro, like it was dope. It was dope to hang out, and it's always dope to kind of like chop it up and talk fandom discussions.
So Emojii, sorry, go ahead, Matt.
I was just gonna say the funny thing is that we talked about this in Spaces on Wednesday, is that like you guys have met plenty of times in person, but typically it's a large event, and either everybody kind of sticks to their own sort of groups, or there's just so many people you don't really get around to like having more intimate. Closed circle, like smaller conversations, and that's why I think like events like this are fun and special, because you have a smaller group of people and somebody that maybe you didn't like really connect with, like each other, but you haven't really been able to like develop a actual friendship with. You have that time now where you can get to know them better, and so I thought it was really cool seeing people. Like even Randy, you with Janie as well, like, just seeing you've been around her a bunch, but like you just connected on a different level. And I think that's really cool. Just being able to spend time and develop stronger friendships with people.
Yeah. I think a lot of times, even with you, where we're at like an event and we make sure to say hi, because, love each other. But then it's like, that's sometimes like, that's it. Like we get like 5 minutes there, and then we just never run into each other the rest of the trip. And then now it's like we can like, I feel like if this was like a show, like if the VeVe fam was like a show for like aliens watching us, then they're like, oh my God, crossover. And they're like pumped, and they get to see this. It's like an Avengers level type of meetup. And you get this was the part of the movie where in Avengers Age of Ultron 2, where they're all at that party and they're having drinks with each other. And you get to see them just like be normal and not be superheroes, or not be streamers for a minute. They're just like kind of doing normal things like normal people, like one of us.
Yeah.
I've had that with a couple of people where just instantly Vibes Man is one of them, where I guess because he asked like, and he was like so cute about it, because like I feel like I'm up for mostly anything, and he was just like, hey Randy, do you think that maybe you could say something and I film you doing it, or like you walk and I film it. Like, yeah, just like let me know. And then at the end, he's like, "Hey, Randy, that was great. Do you think we could get like a photo?" I was like, "Bro, yeah." And so like Tammy's taking a photo, and I don't know why, but I just like bite his shoulder. I got like in the photo. I don't know why. I was just you get comfortable with people real quick. And speaking of getting comfortable with people real quick, Emojii.
What's up?
So I don't know why I was discussing this the other day. I don't think it was on Spaces. It might have been. Were you ever in the role play community like 10 or 12 years ago when people would have Facebook accounts for an anime character and pretend to be that character with other people in that same fandom?
Please say no.
First off, I never even knew that was a thing.
Yeah, you did.
No, I don't. During Facebook, like when I was on Facebook, that was like college and high school, college. So I wasn't really like, I mean, I like different things that I liked, but I wasn't really like, I don't know, I was just all over the place. But no, I didn't do that. No, I'm sorry.
Man. So for me, it started on like fanfiction.net, which I'm sure you've been on.
No.
Are you fucking kidding me? Okay.
I've seen fan fiction like in a timeline and stuff. Like I've seen a lot of like Dragon Ball fan fiction, but I haven't been on a like site dedicated for fan fiction. I only see things if it's like trending.
Did you see the 9/11 version of DBZ fan fiction?
No.
So as a New Yorker, one of the ways
I saw Absalom and yeah, like those things. But yeah, no. Okay, tell me what happened. What happened?
Oh, so on the as like a New York, like people process things in different ways, and there was, I don't know why I remember, there was this one video. It was a AMV, it was an anime music video with Goku and Linkin Park, and it was like a 9/11 like memorial thing, and I was like, whoa, this is like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, it's awesome, but is it awesome? And then I went like down the rabbit hole to like fanfiction.net, where you have all the fan fictions, and one of them was if 9/11 happened in the DBZ world, or if DBZ, because this happens in Cars, because Cars has they have TSA, so they have to have had a version of 9/11 happen in Cars, and that was one of the other fanfics that I read, where it's like a dual thing where was it a car that took over a plane and popped into a building, or was flying car? Anyway, get the DBZ one was wild. Because
no, I'll let you finish and I'll add to that.
It was they did like a whole history of the world with DBZ, where Goku became friends, I think, with Anne Frank, and Hitler went like Super Saiyan. It was insane. But I went through like all of these like fandoms. Like Invader Zim had one. Obviously, you had Marvel that had the actual comic, like a real life in canon event. And then in like 2012, 2013, everyone started like putting it on Facebook. Like, okay, I'm going to be this character, and then you just Facebook search other characters from that thing, you add them, and then you role play. Like not even in direct messages, like on these Facebook threads, and it was really cool.
That's interesting. Yeah. No, I didn't do that, but I mean, certain fan fiction has gotten more popular over time because a lot of the quality of especially if you're looking at visuals and animation and stuff like that. I've actually been pretty impressed by some of the fan fiction animation that I've seen. And I remember the first person that I kind of like met in the Dragon Ball community was a YouTuber by the name of Smugstick, and he does like fan fiction stuff. And but yeah, no, I've always kind of been like a very canon person, so so I've never really paid much attention to fan fiction. But like certain things that like I'm impressed by, I'm like, all right, this is actually pretty dope. So yeah.
Magic, have you ever read any fan fiction of any fandom?
No.
No. You haven't been curious, like when you in like I guess the 2000s, like I'd say like Toy Story 2 comes out, and it was like 20 years ago. There were fan fictions on like what would happen in the third, if they made a third movie. Like you would never be interested, be like, I wonder. And fan fictions are like, I guess they're like sitcoms where most of them are trash, and like 99% are trash, and some are okay. And then every now and then, like, oh, this is really freaking good, and it's like parallels or is as good as the source material.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I have a question. Is
it doesn't do anything for me. Sorry.
Could you consider the Snyderverse fan fiction at this point?
Ouch.
I mean, it's in its own universe, so yeah. I mean, it's canon to that. Yeah, I mean, like, what is canon? Like, I know canon's like, oh, the people that own it claim that it really happened. Mm-hmm. But if it's in another universe, like at any time, anything that's fan fiction can become canon.
I think with multiverse and vice versa, stuff, it kind of opens up doors to
like you have Star Wars where they're just like, okay, they took stuff that was canon and made it not canon. Like, okay, now only the movies are canon, or only the movies and the shows, and then they slowly start to take. So it gets, stuff can be taken out of canon and stuff can be put in, I think, at any time.
Yeah. True.
But I would consider it canon still.
I mean, look at what we saw with Dragon Ball Daima. Did you watch Dragon Ball Daima?
I have not yet.
Okay. So a lot of stuff that was, not canon is now possibly canon, I guess, depending on the direction they go with Daima. But I mean, you have Super Saiyan 4, right? That's now canon. You have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, which now we actually know what that looks like, other than like the mods and stuff that we got in games. So like, there was a lot of stuff that was taken and now brought to, the mainline canon story, which, so it's interesting. It's interesting.
I was gonna ask Magic, like, what's one fandom where you read something that was fan fiction but you want to be canon, but since you have never read those, I'll think of a different one.
I've seen that, Kuma. Deliverance. I have seen that too.
Oh God, I'm lost on the comments here. Return of the Jedi, Luke fires Vader out of an actual cannon. Vader yells, "Oh, I'm your father." Oh, that's great. That's hysterical. I have not checked out Deliverance. I want to try it. That's your fan fiction. I wrote a lot of fan fiction back in the day, mostly Pokemon related stuff, but that was it. I have, if there's any, what will it, because I had Magic join the get a tiny bit of daCat. I know some people just don't like comics. What would it take for you guys to read that when it comes out?
daCat?
The daCat comic comes out.
I would do that because you're my friend and I'm going to support you.
I was just gonna say, I would read it just out of support, right?
No,
I don't really know people that wrote comics before. Like,
I mean, I figured like some people would be like, okay, I'll buy it just to support, but then they don't read it because it's like because be advised, it's going to be like 60 pages.
That's not too bad though. I mean, you got some comics on the thing that's like 300 something pages.
That's true. I have not read those. Want to, but I have not.
The humanoid ones. But I will read it. Yeah, support. I'd be interested to see as far as the storyline that you created.
I will let you know that I do not think it is as good as K-pop Demon Hunters. So you have. I'd want to like reel in the expectations. However, in the same way, K-pop Demon Hunters is like, how do they not know it's going to be a hit? I didn't know how good the art was going to be, and then like the art comes out, I was like, oh, this is like,
oh snap, that looks dope.
Yeah, it was pretty legit. So I was like, all right, this will probably do well. But K-pop Demon Hunters is on its own level.
I wanna, if I can, I wanna ask Magic a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about just different fandoms, right? And you know, obviously, you are Disney connoisseur, right? Huge Disney fan, but you've been also branching out to different fandoms, namely anime, right? I've kind of like drag you along to watch multiple things at this point. So like, as you're kind of like diving into this, right? And certain things you like, certain things you're like, I don't get it, right? But how has that kind of shaped you as far as just as a fan, you know, things that you've been a fan of, and also just experiencing new fandoms?
I think I find myself, at least with anime in particular, really fascinated with what it
She's
is.
fascinated by anime. Just say that for the chat.
No. What it is about it that people love so much. Because like I'm watching them and sure I'm entertained, but I'm also like, there's a part of me that I just don't get it.
Oh, okay.
And then it's not a slight. It's me like that not being my fandom. Like I don't understand it because it's not my thing. So it just makes me don't cry. It makes me understand that like I love what I love, you know, like my fandom is my fandom, and you know, I get that people have theirs. I just still like I just don't entirely get it. So it's interesting how we can like very, very different things.
I feel like the thing that you're watching now is probably and you know, we'll review it at some point, is probably along those lines of those things that you may be kind of like, I don't get the hype, I don't get the allure. But there has been
well, I'm actually liking
oh really?
I'm actually liking the storyline, and I don't feel like it's so some of the anime for me just like takes forever to get to certain points, and I don't feel like it's necessarily too drawn out. That's part of one of my biggest complaints. I find that sometimes it's just really everything is just too drawn out. So I'm entertained. It's just still like it's just so different for me visually and artistically, and that it's just because it is so different. Maybe I feel that way because I didn't grow up with it. I never watched it until I was an adult. I grew up with Disney animation, and it is just so different. The storytelling is different. Everything about it is so different, and so it's just it's almost like learning another language. Like you're not, but it's entirely different culture, and I don't dislike it. I just don't understand it.
Got it. But that makes sense. But I am interested now because I wasn't expecting that response that you are, and I thought you were going to be like, it takes too long, it drags, especially because it's a shonen. For those that don't know what we're talking about Demon Slayer. But typically shonens are more drawn out, right? So that is interesting. It's gonna be an interesting review when we do that review. But okay. But certain things have moved you emotionally, right? Like even though I guess there was the culture, you know, difference, like some things have affected you on an emotional level.
Yeah, but y'all know I'm like that's not hard to do. I'm such a sap.
So I'm very confused about. So part of me gets you ever see Kyle XY?
No, I haven't. But I know what you're talking about. It was a good dude with no belly button, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in the first, it's gonna take too long to do. I'll just say, basically, Magic. It's a dude that
has no belly button.
He basically has no memory. He's like 16, but has like can't remember anything, even like learning how to talk. Like it's wild. And in like his second day of like being found in the woods, like naked and alone, he's at this foster care house, and again he doesn't remember anything. So, but he has like super good hearing, and his neighbor is playing Pachel Bell's Canon in D, and he says it was the most beautiful sound in the world, where it was part mathematics and part euphoria. And he like a Pokemon game just like walks into this person's house. Because like he doesn't remember, I think he doesn't know social cues. He wants to know what's making this beautiful sound. And he says that he doesn't know what it is, but he was certain that it was meant to fill with emotion with all who heard it. And
it's like a signature wedding song.
Then the girl's mom comes in with a bag of groceries and she's like, Amanda, I'm home. Just walks right by her. And it reminds me of that study that was done where this one guy who's like this Juilliard type graduate, like one of the most amazing violinists ever. He sells out like coliseums, and and he was playing on a subway, and the only people that were really paying attention were like kids and homeless. And so Kyle says that it then struck me that not everyone could appreciate this miracle, and my sorrow grew for those who could not really hear it. And I feel like when you say like, I just don't really get it, I don't really like it, talking about anime, but then you say you've had like emotional like connections with it. Which is it? Like, how can you have an emotional connection and not be into it? Like, explain yourself.
Well, it's just like I can be touched by a movie, but not like the movie as a whole. Like just because one moment affects me doesn't mean that as a whole I like the movie.
I got that with High School Musical. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also think a lot of it too is the aspect that some things are just new and some things affect you more when you kind of like have the background and the context with it, right? And I think one thing that I kind of take for granted, right, is because I've been watching anime for so many years, like certain tropes and certain things, like I'm just so used to it. Even when it comes to like Japanese culture, I'm so used to it because I've been seeing it over and over and over again. And even like recently, we just reviewed our most recent review was A Silent Voice, right? And there were like certain things in that movie that were kind of like you wouldn't know unless you kind of like looked into what this means, like in Japanese culture. But then when you kind of like have that context, you're like, oh snap, this is actually like pretty poetic. This is actually pretty dope. And sometimes it just takes the immersion. Which is a gradual thing. It's a gradual thing,
Also, Magic, when you're watching these, is it like, I mean, you're a mom, family woman, so like, how often do you get to sit there for like an hour and not be interrupted versus like, hey, 8 minutes here, now I gotta go do this, another 10 minutes, like.
If it's a movie that I need to watch, I tend to wait until I can sit down and watch the whole thing through because I don't like leaving something unfinished. So sometimes that's also why it takes me a while to get to it is to find that time that I can dedicate. But like right now I'm watching a show. So I did like 3 episodes last night, 2 this morning, but I'm trying to also still do it kind of like back to back. So it's still fresh in my mind. But yeah, I don't like watching bits and pieces of a movie. That makes me nuts.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that with Demon Hunter. K-pop Demon Hunters. That would have drove.
Yeah, I'm like, how have you not watched it already? I don't understand.
I tried. When I took that week off, I just got so backed up with work, not with my poop. So getting back into it, so that Saturday, when was that, the 30th? I think I get back. I streamed that night because I got back at like 6, streamed at 8. And then the next day, I just crushed it with a bunch of meetings, streaming again, and just that whole week, plus trying to now I'm on this diet because I treated my body like crap for too long. And I know the next day was like Labor Day, but it was just insane like this past week. So I wanted to take, I didn't want to watch like 2 minutes at a time. Like I could have taken it to the bathroom with me, but it would do it at night. And unfortunately at night, it would just be like, so dead, so it wound up being like 15 minutes here and there, and so that's why it took me that long. Slowly starting to catch up on stuff now, but yeah, I was also carrying a little bit of a sleep debt too because we were up late and we were doing a lot of stuff, and it was just we vacationed hard.
Yeah, it was dope. And like this goes back to kind of like what I've been saying too with just traveling more, because I don't know if I've had this conversation with you, but like, you know, I never really used to travel too much. And now, you know, with VeVe and stuff like that, I'm getting out more. I'm, you know, getting out of my bubble, right? And it's been pretty dope and pretty fun and kind of like just enlightening and just, you know, seeing more and experiencing more. So yeah, like it was
So
it was
that's
it was a
been
dope time.
mostly the past 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been to Disney World since I was 5, bro. So like this is
Same.
pretty much like new. Yeah, like, you know.
How's that changed you?
What, like just traveling and doing more?
Yeah.
I'd say initially it made me a little bit more like it doesn't feel as daunting. I think sometimes before it was kind of like just I felt like, oh, like, you know, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. How am I going to get here? How am I going to, like, it just felt like a lot. And now actually doing, I'm like, you know what? It's not really that crazy. Like, you know, just go here, just go here. So, yeah, I think I just feel more comfortable, more
So
more adventurous. I'd say that, more adventurous.
So like wind the clocks back 10 years ago, you wouldn't have been comfortable going somewhere, like traveling on an aircraft or
Not like alone. Like maybe if I went with a group of friends, but that's another part, right? Like you're meeting up with people that you know, right? So, and that was the other thing is like, all right, I want to go here, but am I just going to go by myself, right? And just travel by myself. But like, you know, kind of like having these connections, doing, you know, spaces, you know, meeting people and stuff like that. Even in New York, right? At the in real life events. Um, you're building friendships, you're building, you know, bonds. So now I think that plays a part in it too, right? Because you're meeting up with people that you know, so you're not just going to be stranded and figuring out what to do. Because if I went to Disney by myself, I would have no clue what to go on, what rides to do. Like I would just be like just looking around, be like, I guess I'll choose this one. So yeah,
it's going aimlessly. I feel like sometimes that could be part of the fun where like a new video game, do you read the manual? Do you know where the extra points are? Do you have a game plan set in place?
I never read manuals. I just jumped in.
Same. I just talk to everyone. Go in every
open door. Did people read manuals, like video game manuals? Like, was that a thing?
So there was, and I did this. It was like a year or so out. It was before Gold and Silver came out, but it was after Red, Blue, and Yellow came out for Pokemon, and it was like one of the official Pokemon like guidebooks and stuff that you kind of already knew. Like, okay, like it would tell you where certain secret items are, and you knew where most of them were, but sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, like that. Like, I mean, I read Cerebi all day, but but like the actual book that comes in the game, like the instructions, like, you know, press A to select and stuff. Like, I'm like, yeah, not.
But that official guidebook gave you like I knew you could get a Pidgeotto in Yellow version, but I didn't know it was only a 1% chance of getting it. I was like, oh, that's cool. They give you the statistic, like it struck a chord with the tism in me, and I was like, oh, this is great numbers. So that was a lot of fun.
Well, that's how I felt about Eevee and Ivy training once I discovered Eevee and Ivy.
Oh, heck yeah.
So yeah.
And then the breeding was just, oh my god, that was such a beautiful mechanic.
Yeah, I had a whole brothel. Yeah. Yo, Magic's just like, yo, what is he talking about?
They still talking about Pokemon? Like, yeah. So Magic, picture this. You have like your little friend that you've got from like level 5, and you level them up, and then they know all these moves, and then you'd be like, oh, I could get them laid. I can get them to like, you know, have little baby versions of them, and then you get to know that, okay, it generally the kid comes out a male version of what the mom is, but it knows the dad's move. So you can have like a male Arcanine and a female Raticate. True story, I did this. And the Rattata comes out knowing like return and extreme speed, and it learns Flame Wheel, and it's like, what is going on? This is so freaking cool. Good.
Magic does it. She's like, what are y'all talking about?
I love that for you.
Mag, I'm telling you, Magic, this was like a lot. Do you know how much time like hours I spent on Pokemon, because that game is very like it's a you look at it like, you know, for kids, but it's very in depth. And you know, when you get something that has like perfect stats and you want to pass it on to their offspring because you know you want to build a little army, like you start turning these Pokemon out. And you know yo, I gotta have battle ready Pokemon. I gotta have battle ready Pokemon. So
that oh god, that was so amazing, because there's
I love
also
Kuma's wife. She's the best.
so there was
She
also
understands
lore.
me.
They will we're not gonna let you go. We're gonna keep you here forever. Marathon stream, everybody.
This is torture.
Magic, like, so picture it's basically a movie, and you had Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, where you could do limited things.
We're
It was
still
great,
doing
but
this?
then
yeah,
like,
like
I'm
can we
telling you
move
why
to a
it's
different?
What are you trying to convince me? Because it's not going to happen.
I think he's trying to get you to play Pokemon.
No,
No.
because she will never play, most likely. But
He does this with me, though.
you
I'll
get
give him
these
the wall, and he's like, I'm going to break through that wall. And I'm like, you're really not gonna. I don't know why you're trying.
you get these games that come out 3 years later, and it's a continuation of what happened. Like, it's the same exact storyline, but just 3 years later, and it's like, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened to Team Rocket, and they're teasing Giovanni, and they're like, here's a Vermilion City construction project. Now you have the radio towers that come in, and it's just, and then at the end, the secret boss, and you're just like, it's you from 3 years ago with the best Pokemon, and it's like, girl, oh my god. I'm sorry, Matt. It was
a mind-blowing experience. Gold and Silver was a mind-blowing experience. But yes.
Question though, how long are we streaming? Because I do have another stream this afternoon.
You do. I would get ended pretty much one. We've already done. Oh, we have to do the giveaway.
We got to do the giveaway.
What parameters for the giveaway? What do y'all?
Oh, don't ask Emojii. No. Can you do a picker? Let's see. Hold on. I have a tab that I might have it up and ready to go. No, that's a different one. Where is my window?
What time is it? It is the notes. Oh god, hiccups. I don't have to eat for at least another 20 minutes, so we're good till then.
Why am I not seeing it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I have a StreamYard one. Is it going to show? No. Shoot.
So while Magic is doing that,
I can't use it. Just go to. You're going to have to use it because it doesn't. I'm not on my StreamYard. It's just streamyard.com/giveaway.
Okay, hang on. Can I do it?
Super easy.
Okay.
I'm going to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay. StreamYard.com. Oh gosh. All right. Anyway, Emojii. While I'm doing this,
you're frozen.
Oh, okay. Can you still hear me though?
I hear you. I got you.
Okay. You had not Khaki Gaijin. You had My Collectibles tease that something is going to come out after this weekend, but we don't know what it is. What do you think it is?
Something. Can you elaborate more? Is it like? Did you say new IP? Like what?
I don't think he said, but they had a post before about like there's a new craft for a new Star Wars thing, and it was like a motorbike.
The bike, the trooper, the scout trooper, and the bike.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna lie, if they're gonna tease something and it's and the motorbike is cool, like I like that's cool. Like I would want that in like a racing game or something. But I feel like them. Okay, there's 19 entries here, and we're gonna draw one. And it's going to be it's not stopping. It's slowing down. It's slowing down. The winner is Sleeping Comics. Sleeping Comics is the winner.
Let's go.
Oh god. Okay. Okay, let me take a picture of this. Okay, that is the picture. And we're gonna X out. And okay. So the winner was Sleeping Comics.
Sleeping one.
Let me meow. Hello, Metaverse.
Wait, you guys didn't say anything. I wore my Demon Hunter attire.
Aren't you supposed to? Oh, okay, I get it.
So yeah, I also don't know how much. Well, because I mean, you're the events coordinator, so you don't. I mean, I don't even know if I want to ask. I mean, we can't really ask you speculation stuff anymore, right?
I mean, you can ask.
No, because I mean, to be honest, I'm so locked into the stuff that I'm doing that I don't even know what's going on like the drop side. Yeah. So I probably wouldn't even have an answer for you anyways.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't speculate either. So
understand, disregard.
Oh, you mean what's coming? What may be coming?
Yeah, because My Collectible said that there was going to be something after the weekend, and then there was like this motorbike from Star Wars that was announced. I was like,
I saw that.
Yeah, like I don't know if I would have made a point to say it for a motorbike, but it's not my
one thing that I've been noticing, and I don't know what this means, is but on the web app, like there's a craft option for everything, and I don't know if that's going to be built. Are you doing a fusion dance?
No, I mean but no, I was just stretching because my.
Oh snap! We're doing a fusion dance with.
Okay.
Wait, no, do it. Hold on.
No, God, wait, hang on. Oh God, no, we're new. Oh,
no,
man.
This doesn't work. It doesn't work.
What are you doing?
You got to move Magic out the way.
Gee, thanks.
So Magic, there's this fusion dance. We should have done it. Oh, we should have done it in Florida.
We should have.
Yeah.
But I'm still laughing at Emoji's dance that everybody was like, I don't know what that guy's doing.
I was doing the It Depends challenge.
It sounds like a diaper commercial.
We'll do it at Comic-Con, the fusion dance. Omar, what do you mean Steamboat Willie?
He's doing it.
Pickle party. Fusion is like pickle, making sure it's correct. Yes. But what do you mean Steamboat Willie, a gold logo party? I'm very curious on what that. Maybe he's just speculating on something.
Yeah, so there's a craft button, right? Or craft thing on the. Have you seen it? Like when you go in the web app, it's like everything is craft. There's a craft icon.
I have not. Oh.
Yeah, so are you okay?
Yeah, something in my.
You're making my back hurt when you're doing that.
Sorry, something in my chest needs to pop, but it's like under my chest. I feel like it's got a crack, but it's. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Okay. So if you log into the web app, right, every single collectible has the craft button on it. Everything that wasn't there before, right? Like non-craftable stuff has the craft button on it. So I don't know if there's something in the works with some type of crafting thing for everything, but that's kind of been speculated about. And honestly, like I'm still kind of like just waiting for anime. Like I know it's been thrown
one day
a lot. We have the Viz partnership. It'd be nice to get more manga than Ultraman. So yeah, I'm kind of like just holding out. And I was talking about even just catching viral things, right? Because we were talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, right? And I know Funko just kind of jumped on that and started to deal with them. It would be dope if that came to VeVe at some point. But even just with Demon Slayer, right? Like Demon Slayer, the movie is out internationally, but it hasn't hit the States yet. And if it does in the States what it's been doing internationally, that is also a huge, it's already a mega hit. So it would be cool to kind of like have some timing with with some of these viral things happening. Japan government made music conference. Yeah,
I don't think Japan will ever let Dragon Ball Z end because it does so much for their economy.
It does. It does. Yeah.
But Funko just got a new president, and I've said this on stream before that the few things that we've done digitally, like KFC and Figpin, or with Funko, they all did really well. And like when you have an advantage and when you have something that does well, like I think you should press it. Maybe with the I don't know what the old Funko. Maybe they were just difficult to work with, but now that there's a new president, maybe it's going to be a little bit easier. But yeah, we really got to start making better use of that stuff, because like that digital stuff, like that's what David said he's working on is digital stuff, and it's just haven't seen that yet. And like, yeah, and just I'm waiting for anime too. I love that stuff and waiting for a long time for it. So
yeah, sure,
we shall see. Anyway,
Magic is waiting for Demon Slayer, so yeah.
We have the we have done the giveaway. I'll have to go to the bathroom again. Shall we end it here? And then talk off camera for a minute?
Sure, works for me. I need to get some foods.
Okie dokie. Everyone, thank you all for joining, and everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. We love you. This was so much fun. Let's do it again. Shout out to the two.